Hello everyone, welcome to Just-InvestToday. Today we have a good video for you guys. Today we're talking about Malibu boats. Is it still undervalued, man? Barron just came out with this article talking about how this is a good buy. But guys, do your own investment research. You know me, I made a video 4 months ago saying how this stock is really undervalued. 4 months ago. And I invested even before that video even came out. I invested way before that, around $55. And then when it even went up to like 66, 67, I invested more money because I was just seeing so much strong growth in this company. Like, it was just so promising that I had to invest in the company. But remember, it's a cyclical industry, so guys, do your own research. Who knows what's going to happen? Boat sales may be cresting. This stock looks ready to power through. And that's what I've been seeing for a long time. Go back to my old videos, posted 4 months ago about Malibu boats. And this article just came out July 9th, 2021. So this is just recently. Buying a boat this summer has been futile for many shoppers. Dealers have been sold out for months. Every dealer I know is out of inventory. And this is what I've been saying, guys. They have locked in their inventories. So they're sold out until 2022, 2023-ish. Guaranteed. So like, I don't see how people don't want the stock, but I understand it because the cyclicality of this company is still there, and people had that in mind. This can go through valleys, peaks, troughs, and everything around the corner. Because remember, boating industry is really fickle. You buy your boat, and then what? You take it once or twice out, and then you want to sell it. Like, stuff like that happens in this industry. So I understand why a lot of people are going out, but they are booked until 2022 to 2023. So I just see this as such strong momentum. And guys, the number one reason right now, look what's happening. What are these trends seeing? People are leaving big cities like New York and all those places and moving to places like Florida, like Texas. And what happens there? The huge boating industry. People are going to buy boats when you move out to places like that. So that's what's happening there. This pandemic has created a huge opportunity for recreational sports and recreational activities, because this whole pandemic showed you that you don't need to work in these huge populated cities where no one likes to be, and you want to go to your vacation destination and have fun and work remote. So that's the trend. The trend was already heading there. The pandemic killed it. It made that 10 times more. And on top of that, the boating industry was doing good already. It was growing at 5%, maybe 5, 6, 7%. So even without that, the boating industry was doing good. And on top of that, now you have these huge economic tailwinds. So I just see how the boating industry is going to grow and grow and grow. And on top of that, we have a really good CEO that knows what he's doing, that's been making so many acquisitions, like Maverick, Cobalt, Pursuit, and he's just been hitting out of the park with crazy return on equity. So it's just been like a perfect match for pretty much Malibu boats. And then Malibu boats is the leading in powerboats. It has like 34% of the market. So where can we go wrong with this right now, right? So that's what I'm seeing. But comment down below, are you seeing something different? Like, tell me what you think. Is this gonna be a sell? Like, who knows? So, like cars, computer chips, and chicken wings, the boating industry is going through a disruption. Families flock to the waters as vacation getaways dried up to the pandemic. That's what I'm seeing. Powerboat sales have soared 21% last year to 19.5 billion, the highest level since 2008. So that's what I'm seeing. Powerboating industry is going crazy right now, 21%. And I feel like that's going to continue because that's where the trends are right now. But that's the problem since 2008. So what happened in 2008? Really know. The economy crashed, and then everyone was saving money. They're hoarding money because they were afraid of what was happening in the market during the whole bubble, right? So that's why people don't want to invest in this company, because they understand boating is very, very fickle industry. People buy boats, they buy it for 1, 2 years, they keep it 3 years, and then they don't use it, and then they sell it off, and then that's when the industry takes this huge dive, right? But the CEOs came out and said that they already have everything booked until 2003 inventory. So that gives us a good runway. So I feel like we can hold the stock for 5 years at least and predict and have a pretty much a good prediction on where this is gonna go, right? Because we have the inventory locked in until 2023. So the only thing we got to worry about is the CEO, is the company going to actually be able to build, manufacture, and have the inventory to supply the huge uptrend of boats. So that's what we really got to worry about, right? And I think that can be done, but who knows, right? There's always going to be risk in every company. So look what the CEO said. People started saying a few months ago that demand would decelerate, but we haven't seen it since the Malibu CEO, Jack Springer. The company has pre-sold more than 80% of their boats. So 80% of their boats are already pre-sold. So that's a guaranteed that's like a guaranteed runway, right? It plans to manufacture through June 2022, well above its 50% rate in normal times. So we haven't seen an order book like this in our history of Malibu boats, and they're not giving it a good growth rate. Like, the company's not selling at like a huge multiple, with these huge tailwinds going on with the boating industry right now. Based on current trends, he doesn't see inventories normalizing until 2024. So this is what I'm saying. It's just like, how can we really go wrong? Like, we see these huge upside right now, and this guarantees us that like the earnings on this company are going to be predictable through 2024, and that's what we like to see. Predictable growth in the industry where Malibu Boats is dominating in the powerboat industry, has majority. It's like there's like 3-4 players, and they have already 6% of that industry. So I don't see where we can go wrong right now. So the market seems to be skeptical that good times will last, assigning Malibu stock to a low valuation, and that's the key. People hate cyclical industries and they get away from it. But even if sales cool off, Malibu should still sustain growth, bolstered by market-leading brands, leading manufacturing, and innovative technologies fueling demand for its products. And that's what even with the demand going to slow down in 2024. They've been integrating this crazy manufacturing structure. Like, they've been doing a lot of like cost saving initiatives. Like, they've been more vertically integrated with, they are building like their own like they're building like the whole, everything is like in-house manufactured right now basically. So that's what we've been seeing, and they're building their own engines too, Malibu engines. So man, like so that's going to provide a huge cost savings, right? And then they can, on top of that, they can probably increase prices over time. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, right? So they've been going crazy with acquisitions. They've Maverick, Cobalt, Pursuit. They've been killing it with huge return on equity. So these are not like just random plays. These are all contributing to Malibu's bottom line. So the playbook is working well, says Berningberg, analyst Rudy Yang, who sees the stock hitting $100, up from the recent prices around $70. That's what I've been saying. I see this company around 95 fair value, with the potential to go way higher if we get higher growth rates on that valuation of, I think, going to be around $95 is the fair value. Integrated Cobalt Pursuit, he says, squeezing out costs and boosting margins. He expects similar synergies with Maverick once it's integrated, fueling top and bottom line growth. So guys, these companies that they've been acquiring, they're not even fully integrated in their machine of Malibu boats. So with that, higher profit margins, higher lower expenses, and everything that when they integrated these companies, their acquisitions. So Malibu is also known for high-tech features, including rear-facing cameras, large cockpit screens, luxury interiors, and has been taking a leading role in developing boats for wake surfing and the fast-growing water sport. So, despite Malibu's strength, the stock looks undervalued. Shares trade at 10 times estimated earnings of 2020 ending next June, below their 5-year average price-earnings ratio of 12 times forward earnings. Wall Street analysts see earnings before taxes, depreciation, and amortization, EBITDA rising 20% in fiscal 2022. Based on the enterprise value EBITDA, the stock trades at about 7 times 2022 estimates. This is the big thing right now, guys. Right here, skepticism on the stock reflects the concern that the boating boom will soon bust. The industry sales tend to dry up in the economic downturns and take years to recover. Sport boat sales collapsed by 63% in 2006 to 2010, and even in a healthy market in 2018, retail sales were 20% lower than their peak in 2006. Most boating companies haven't done a great job of sustaining growth. Their fear that the business isn't repeatable, the rush to buy boats in the pandemic will abate. And that's the biggest issue, guys. People understand what the boating industry is, so that's why they're not putting a fair value on this, which is actually reasonable. But I'm going against the grain because the CEO came out and said they won't normalize their inventory until 2024. So that gives us a huge predictable runway to growth because they're fully booked until that time. So I understand the fear, but with that CEO coming out and saying that they're seeing 80% of pre-sold booking for their boats. So I feel like that fear is not realistic right now. We can check up on that fear in 2024, 2025, where maybe I will look to sell my shares in like 5 years when everything normalizes, everything, and when people are going to probably be looking to like resale or sell their boat because they probably overuse it or don't want it anymore, and that's when the huge economic downstorm is going to trend backwards, and that's when we probably want to get out and maybe get back in maybe later on, who knows. But that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm predicting. Malibu Boats is trading at $75. Look what happened when this Barron article came out. It was around like $68, and it gave it this huge 10% like up spike, which is pretty crazy, man. Like this Barron article came out and people bam and bought Malibu Boats. But guys, I was investing at around around November 2020, around $55. That's when I got in, and I seen the growth potential in this company. And then I got in again around $68, because I'm just like, wow, I didn't put enough money in, and I got right back in. And I still think there's a long runway to growth, but remember, do your own valuation. I still think it's a cheap stock. I still think it's undervalued right now, but that's assuming that the growth potential is still there. It's still going to grow at like 15-20%. So if you don't think that's going to happen, then don't invest in the stock. If you think this company can grow, then the potential for this company is really big. It can be at 100, 110, 130, who knows, right? So do your own investment research, figure out if you like Malibu Boats, if you don't like it, if there's a better boating company like Mastercraft or whatever is out there. So do your own research, guys. But in my opinion, I think this is a good buy. Tell me what you think. Is there something I'm missing with this stock? Is the boating industry bad? Is there gonna be a boom and bust cycle faster before 2022, 2023? Tell me, man, what are you seeing with this market, guys? But that's my predictions on Malibu Boats. Take it or leave it. Guys, if you like this video, like it, subscribe to my channel. I'll get back to you in the next video. Peace!